Welcome to Fightheads MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki, and I'm back. And look who I have with me today. Again, it is Mr. Bobo, the Bible, the Bible Belt Thrasher, O'Bannon. He is
Bible
in the
Belt
house.
Brawler.
Oh, Bible Belt Brawler. I've been,
Hey, it's
I've been
fine. Let me
calling
tell you, Miss Nikki, I've been called all kind of stuff. I'm good.
it. Okay, our brawler is in the house. It's BBB. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. Okay, so how have you been?
I've been blessed, just letting these old hands heal up a little bit. They've been hurting, and I got a couple stitches in a couple of spots. We're about to pull them out tonight. They're starting to itch. I'm over them. They gotta go.
Lord Jesus. So we are speaking with Mr. O'Bannon after his recent victory at BKFC 17 down there in Alabama, um, against Mr. Zach Calmus. Uh, Going into the fight, Bobo, what was your energy? What were you thinking? I know you and I spoke because I believe it's in my live feed that I did during weigh-ins. You and I
Yes,
spoke,
ma'am.
but even aside that, how were you feeling? What were you thinking?
I've started working with a different trainer now. My trainer here is an hour and 15 minutes one drive, or one way drive, and that's a lot of time. I'm working 10, 12 hour days, and that it's impossible to make that drive every day and go see him and still get the proper amount of rest I need. So I had a guy reach out to me from the UK, say he's been training bare knuckle fighters over there in the UK for about the last 4 or 5 years now, and said that since COVID, since lockdown, he's had to go and do a lot of his training via FaceTime. And so I was leery of it, but I was fixing to tell him no. I've had a few people reach out to me about this before, and I was fixing to just type out my no message. But I stopped, I prayed about it, and I got a good, easy feeling about it. Good feeling about it. So I told him, I said, you know what, we'll give it a go. How's tomorrow sound? Me just being me. Thinking, okay, if you're so eager to do this, let's try tomorrow. How does tomorrow sound? He's, oh mate, beautiful. Let's do it. And I was like, oh wow, okay, this guy's serious. And I had before my Arnold Adams fight. I had a was looking at something. The way I was throwing my jab was hurting my elbow, and I was looking at trying to throw it this different way, and I just couldn't put it together. And the very first thing he showed me was how to throw the jab the way that I was trying to throw it, the way that I was trying to throw it, where I just couldn't put it together. He showed me the key ingredient I was missing in the technique, and man, it's beautiful. Now you seen it the other night. You know how my jab was just popping out there real quick, and it was on target every time I was throwing it. It seemed, and I landed what 68% of my punches.
Oh wow! Did they give you a strike count?
They they should have. Now
Instead of
they
the percentage?
yeah,
Oh wow!
exactly.
Oh wow! So he only got to watch through the feed the fight. The coach that helped you, or was he there?
He, due to just being an undercard fighter still yet, and still being just a guy who works 40 to 60 hours a week every week. I can't afford yet to bring him over. I do want to one day. If the Lord sees fit to allow me to make the money to where I can, I do want to bring him over, and I do want to have him actually ringside. But what happened is we got my corner man best friend Easy. Uh, he was working the corner with me, and what Easy was doing is Easy had on. Hold on one second, I'm not gonna be able to hear you. This Aftershock brand headset is what Easy had on, and he was live with him on FaceTime and
Oh,
showing Coach Jason the fight via FaceTime so that he could see it in real time and not with the TV delay. And so, it's like a 2 second delay, I think, with the phones, what we found out through training with him every day. But so
right.
he was able to see it live, and he was able to tell Easy what to holler to me, instructions to holler to me during the round, during the fight. after the round was over with, I come back to the corner, and Easy would take the headset off and put the headset on me, and my coach would coach me via headset all the way from Wales in the United Kingdom, 6 hour time difference. It was around 8:30, I think, whenever I fought, which means it was like 2:30 in the morning for him. And yes, ma'am. He ended up showing me pictures, sending me some pictures. He had 5 or 6 people at his house watching the fight with him. You know, his boys was watching the fight with him, and they said that I contacted one of his boys. I said, look, I said, your dad won't let me send him any money. I said, so I need you to do me a favor and give me some information where I can send your father some money for the for being my trainer. He said, look, mate, if my dad said no, then no is what it is. He said, I
Oh
can't go
wow.
behind my dad. I'm
I
like,
know that's right.
man, goodness gracious, they're wonderful people over there, man. They really are. But for him to be able to instruct me via the headset, telling my cornerman what to holler, instructions during the round, then coaching me up in between rounds via the headset. I couldn't see him. I couldn't see the phone. There was too much going on for them to be able to hold the phone where I could see what he was telling me. All I could
Hmm.
do was hear what he was telling me to do. I couldn't see any of the body motions he was telling me or anything like that. I could just hear him. And so through hearing him, you seen how well it went, and and not just that I fought well this fight, but that the difference from my last 2 fights, or even my Mike Kyle fight, go all the way back to when I fought Mike Kyle, I still looked a tremendous amount better this fight than what I did even for the Mike Kyle fight. And it was all him working with me every day. I get in the gym about 5:15, which for him that means it's about 11:15, and we'll
Hmm.
train for about 2 hours. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning when he's getting finished training me. And
Oh wow.
yes, ma'am. So he's definitely dedicated to it, and the man knows his stuff. He knows his bare knuckle. He knows boxing. He's pretty. Like I say, look at me. Look at the difference from my last 2 fights, even the Mike Kyle fight to now to my last fight.
I need to know. Oh my goodness. When do you think you and him will be able to get together, you and your coach? And say his name for me one more time.
Jason Williams is his name. The company, the gym name he trains under is Boxer Tricks. And
Okay.
that's the shirt that I had on after the fight was over with. I was holding it up like this. It was the
Mhm.
Boxer Tricks. That's his organization. But he's since the COVID lockdown over there in the UK, he's been having to do all of his training with all of his clients via FaceTime, and he's actually
Okay.
picked up some new clients during COVID that knew nothing about boxing, and he shows me videos of how they look now, and they actually have picked up skill. Yeah, they've gotten in better shape. Yeah, they've lost weight, but they've actually picked up some skill during it as well. And
Hmm.
here I am, 7 hour time zone difference, so 6 hour time zone difference away, and picking up skill from him via the FaceTime training. And so, I'm very, very pleased with it. Look how many uppercuts I landed. I landed more uppercuts in this fight than what I haven't even thrown as many uppercuts in my past 4 fights as what I landed in this fight.
So, just with the success in the first round that you had, and you guys were going back and forth, but you had great success in that first round, and also in the second round where they stopped it at the end of the second round, right?
I don't remember. I don't want to tell no stories. I'm not going to lie on anything. I don't remember if they said it was his corner stopped it or the doctor stopped it. But yes, it was stopped after the second round.
Okay, so did you think after that first round that you needed as much input from coach and them headsets going into the second round?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Because
You did.
everything I was doing was working beautifully. It sincerely was. But at the same time, he was still there. I know how I punch. I punch hard. Not tooting my own horn and not bragging about myself. If you want to hear anything bad about me, come listen to me. I'll tell you all the bad on me. I'll give you all the dirty. But just speaking truthfully, I do punch hard. There's no doubt about that. And for him to still be there, still taking them shots after the first round was over with, I was thinking, good Lord, I'm not doing something right. I gotta talk to Jason. I need to hear what's going on. And they hurried up and put the headset on me, and all he could tell me was, beautiful, mate, beautiful, you're doing beautiful. And told me, he said, just keep driving that uppercut. He said, he's not having any of it. He's not liking it. And so, we just kept on doing what I was doing, and you can see I really didn't change much. I just started throwing maybe more punches in the second round than what I did in the first round. But that I believe that also has something to do with my nerves calmed down some as well. And I was
Mm-hmm.
able to really settle down some and get in my zones, in my groove, so to speak, ever how you want to call it. And once I did that, I kind of, if I was throwing it, he was catching it.
Mm, mm, mm. That's the truth. I know that's right. So, damn, your opponent has all the way lost. Did he lose just one tooth, or was it
He
more than one?
one tooth came out during the fight, and it was hanging on by a thread. As a matter of fact, at one point in the fight, he tried to suck his mouthpiece. His mouthpiece fell down to his bottom jaw. He tried to suck it back up into his mouth, and from where I was standing, what I saw was it looked like it. I seen a tooth hanging. He tried to suck it up in there. It looked like it caused him pain, so he spit his mouthpiece out, and I went ahead to hit him, and ended up with 3 stitches in my knuckle there from where I caught his teeth whenever I threw the punch.
Oh
And
wow.
and yeah, it was stupid, stupid. First of all, why would I want to do that to a man that's obviously already got one tooth hanging? Sit back, let him get his mouthpiece. But anyhow, you live and learn. But so he, but yeah, that dude, look, he's tough as nails, man. Can't nobody take that from that man. He is doggone tough. I mean, and we won fight of the night. Okay, in
I said it. I
yes,
said
ma'am.
it.
Look,
I
in
gave y'all fight of the night from Miss Nikki Fight Heads MMA.
thank
I
you,
gave you guys fight of the night,
thank you,
hands
man. Look,
down.
awesome. Look, he won Friday night. He kept telling me, Bubba, thank you, man. Just this was awesome, and I got to win fight of the night on my first time in here. Thank you. I was like, no, 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 buddy. Listen, thank you. This is what you need to understand, brother. That fight of the night. You can have one great fighter in there and one terrible fighter in there. He might get a knockout of the night out of it, but there won't be no fight of the night if there's an uneven match in there. That's the reason why we got fight of the night. I said is because you got nothing but heart, man, and you can punch and you can take a punch and you just kept on coming. You earned us that fight of the night, if you want to be honest
Wow.
about it. And he just
Wow.
it was very humbling experience for him and for me as well.
Oh my goodness. So I see that you and him have the same black eye.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So that's what happens in combats. So what did you think of the other heavyweight fight on the card?
Oh man,
Mr.
look,
Tate and Mr. Burns.
I've got to be 100% honest with you. Me and Tate were supposed to fight one time. I don't remember exactly why, but for some reason that fight fell through. I don't remember if they kicked it off the card or I don't remember exactly what happened. But at one time, me and we there was no contract signed, but it was just in discussion. And I said yes, he said yes. And anyhow, something happened. I don't remember what it was. I'm telling those stories, but so I'd already knew Tate before, and I finally got to meet him in person whenever we was walking into the venue to weigh in. And so I stopped him and was like, "Hey man, you're Frank Tate. Hey, I'm Bobo." He's like, "Oh yeah, man, I know who you are, man." We just chopped it up for just a second there, and good luck, good luck. Well, Josh is my buddy. Me and Josh, we talk 2, 3, 4 times a week, and a lot. That's my buddy. I love Josh Burns to death. I'm telling you. Well, matter of fact, I was in his hotel room the night before the fight, talking to him and everything, just kind of seeing what kind of headspace he was in, and he was same thing. He was kind of filling me out, seeing what kind of headspace I was in, and everything seemed good, everything seemed confident, and uh, me and Josh both have a bad habit of coming in the ring flat, coming and starting out flat, not starting off the way that we need to, not doing what we need to do in the beginning. Well, the difference is on this particular night, I came out and right from the very first bell, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I did everything I was supposed to be doing, executed correctly, and Josh come out flat. Now, I'm not saying Frank Tate didn't have a chance to beat him to begin with. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying either one of them would have just completely obliterated the other one. But I'm saying whenever you come out flat, you leave yourself no chance to victory at all. And Josh knows that, and he knows that. We talked several times. He kept his head in the center, never moved his head, didn't do any of his head movement like he normally does. And Frank Tate's got power. Everybody knows that Frank Tate's a powerful puncher. Well, he sent one right down the middle. He didn't throw kudos to Frank Tate. He didn't throw any of his looping punches like what he normally does. He sent everything straight down the pipe, and Josh ate it. And it was just like I say, it broke my heart. I actually do like Frank Tate. I do not dislike Frank Tate at all. I actually like him. What little bit we got to talk and everything, and the few messages that we've exchanged back whenever we were supposed to fight for, I actually like the guy. Seems like a very legitimately good dude. But I love Josh Burns to death. We talk a lot. We have a friendship. We have an established relationship. And so yeah, it broke my heart, and it's just about all I want to say about that. Kind of like Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that.
No, that's right. So I would be relatively safe in saying that it would never ever probably be a future bout between you and Mr. Burns being in the same division, but it would be a possible bout between you and Mr. Tate. You know what I'm saying? Just
Look,
anywhere out there in the future, because I value what you and Josh's friendship, and I
me,
get
me,
that.
me
So
and
I
Josh
wouldn't even look
both.
for that. Now that you have explained that to me, I wouldn't
Yes,
even
ma'am.
look for that.
Me and Josh both have told Nate Shook that we'll fight each other. We're not beyond it. We will fight each other, but I want to see some money. You better bring the cheddar for that one. So, so and that's not just one sided for me. That's not just Josh, and that's both of us in
Both
agreement
have
that yeah,
agreed to this.
yeah, so yeah, we agreed that
Gentlemen's
yeah,
agreement.
we'll be at the steakhouse together before the night before the fight, and we'll go our separate ways, and we'll hug and shake hands before the fight, and hug and shake hands after the fight, and go get a steak after the fight. So
Oh wow!
yes,
So, ooh, y'all heavyweights put on some great fights last Friday. We are so appreciative as the fan base, as the media. It was awesome to be able to just be there and watch you guys do what we know you train hard to do and what you guys look forward to doing, and moving forward and elevating and showing becoming veterans for BKFC and their homegrown fighters. So that's exciting. That is very exciting. So what is I see you seem like you was kind of babying that shoulder. What's going on with the shoulder?
I, it's just sore. It's my whole body is sore. Look,
Okay.
yeah, I won the fight. My buddy lost some teeth. He ended up having to go have a total of three teeth pulled because he's got a cracked plate up here in the roof of his mouth. One of his plates is cracked, and so that. But I'm sore all through here. Is all this through here? My collarbone is bruised. My face is bruised. I got stitches in the side of my head. I'm just my hands hurt, my face hurts. I've been battered. I did. It's not like I went in there and just beat somebody up and come out unscathed. No, ma'am. I want everybody to know that Calmus is a boy dog. That Joker there came to fight, and he performed, and he fought well. And I told him, I said, man, I'd like to see you do me a favor and get in better shape because you was breathing heavy in the during the fight or whatever. I'd like to see you
Okay.
get in better shape and I don't know who you're training with, but keep doing what you're doing as far as that goes, you know. But get in better shape, and I'd like to see you'll be a handful for a lot of these heavyweights because he can take a punch, and he can punch pretty good too. No doubt about it. Yes, ma'am.
Did he? Was there one particular punch that he landed that you was like, oh, okay,
No,
okay,
there was
win the
about
fight?
four of them. There was about four of them, 4 or 5 of them, and see that surprised me because one thing that I've been working on with my trainer is moving. As the punch comes, I'm moving. I'm either getting out the way of it, or I'm if I find myself being too late to get out of the way of it, I give with the punch. So as the punch is hitting me, I'm moving away from it already and absorbing some of the blow. You know, taking away some of the blow or whatever. So I was doing that, and this baby was still hurting me. You know, he was still hitting me good. And yeah, he threw his hands a whole lot quicker than what I expected. I mean, no doubt, a whole lot quicker than I expected.
He, yeah, his performance was way more than what I expected also. And it made me feel like he took it up a level and you took it up a level.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
So I was glad to have bear witness to that fight, and you guys are awesome competitors and out of the ring. I got to talk to both of you, and I just it was an honor. I mean, an
Yes,
honor,
ma'am.
and thank you so very much. Do you are they pulling at your chain about anything in the future? BKFC?
Do what now?
Are they asking you or telling you to be on the lookout for anything coming down the pike for you in your fight life with them, BKFC?
Yeah, that Zach, he was full of heart. He was awesome, man. He just kept on.
I think Bobo's heirs have not recovered either, y'all.
uh,
Yes, that's what happens when you guys are in those wars like that, y'all. It take a while for your body to get back into sync. But what I
yes,
said
ma'am.
was,
I heard you. I heard you. I was diverting. I was
oh, you
ignoring.
stupid. Oh, was you trying to divert? Miss Nikki didn't even catch that. See, y'all, because I want to know. What's the deal? Tell me
So
something. Give me
I'm slick. I'm slick like that.
something.
Um, I've not been given any names. No, they hadn't said any names, no possible matchups or anything like that. But so Nate did come to me. No, I'm sorry. I just told you a flat out lie. I apologize. Nate came to my manager, which is my wife, who's been keeping all this from me until after the fight was over with. But and told my wife, you know, I'd like to get Bobo out of home, away from home, to fight again. For his fight being this past weekend. Said, you know, I'd like to get him away from the hometown crowd. I think maybe that hometown crowd is having something to do with his lack of performance the last two times. I might have to agree with him. I don't know why. You know, I'm a homebody kind of person. I like being at home. You know, but I don't know why. You know, maybe it's just one of them things that happens to fighters. I don't know. But after this past weekend, I'm gonna have to completely agree with him. Say that the man might have had a genius streak there. You know, I completely agree with him. But there are several fights coming up. They got one in, I think, May, then one in June, and then I know that they got one in August, like August 23rd or 25th, whatever the Friday is. And
So August would be a good recovery time and span for you to have a nice training camp to go, to have a fight in August. That sounds about good for you.
I mean, if they offered me something like that, I probably wouldn't say no to it. You know, if I was to receive an offer such as that, I wouldn't say no to it. You know, it especially with it being right back here in my home. You know, I wouldn't say no to that.
You're so slow. Okay. I get you. I get you. Oh my goodness. Is there anything else that Bobo wants us to know? before we
Look,
get out there.
just y'all look up Jason Williams with Boxer Tricks. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. This man is doing online classes, online teaching. That's how I'm learning from him. That was the difference that you saw in me this past fight. He's a genius. He really sincerely is. He's got this online thing figured out. He's been doing it for a year or better with the COVID or whatever. They've been on a strict lockdown over there. And so he's been doing it for a year or better with the COVID and, keeping an income and keeping people in shape and training hard and looking good and everything. And I, I'm gonna thank God for what He's done for me, what God's done for my wife. The My wife does seem to be progressing and making moves towards her body getting better. And, with 11 different diseases, a heart disease, fibromyalgia. She's got another nerve disease called dysautonomia that causes her all kind of problems, with her heart. That dysautonomia is a nerve disease that affects the way that her heart and her brain communicate together. And
Mm.
she's got intestinal diseases to where she may go 2 or 3 days without being able to eat just a bite or two a day. And so and
Sorry.
all that's starting to turn around. And it seems as if it's starting to get better. And I just want to thank God publicly. I want to give all the glory to God for it. And I'm very thankful. I'm very humbled by it. The whole reason why I'm fighting is because in church, my wife told me whenever we got married, she would not be married to a fighter. So if I ever wanted to fight again, we didn't need to get married. Okay, no problem. I left it alone. One day in church, I felt that God was telling me I needed to fight again. No, sir, I'm sorry. This woman sitting beside me said, no, before we got married, I can't do it. Less than 2 minutes later, my wife nudges me to lean down to her and she whispers in my ear. She said, I don't know why, but I feel like God's telling me that you need to be fighting again. And I don't like it, but that's what I do. That is what I feel like He's telling me. Look, I started ugly crying right there in the middle of the church. I couldn't even tell her what was going on. We get in the car, headed home. I'm telling her what's going on. She goes to sobbing. She's ugly crying. I'm ugly crying. I'm trying to stay on the road while I'm driving. And look, she stops right in the middle of a sob. Well, I guess you better get your fat butt in shape then, hadn't you? Yes, ma'am. I guess I better. And it's all been ever since then. We've been going. I've left a really really good job because they said I couldn't fight anymore to go to another really good job that will let me fight. As a matter of
That
fact,
supports you.
yes, ma'am. In my interview with them, whenever I interviewed for the job, I asked them. I said, "Look, I'm a professional bare knuckle fighter, and I just need to know that it will be okay with y'all if I do pursue my fighting career." I said, "Man, what you do outside of work, as long as it's not illegal, we don't have a problem with it." And all right,
So will we
rock
be
on.
seeing them popping up as a sponsor, or did they happen to sponsor you for this past fight?
Oh man, I wish. Do you know how awesome it would be to have Georgia Pacific as a sponsor? You know, you got David Koch, the 10th richest man, or Charles Koch now, the 10th richest man in the world as my sponsor. Oh, that would be amazing. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. That
yes,
that would
God.
be God showing up, showing out right there. Yes, ma'am.
I know that's right. Well, we got to speak life into it, baby. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. You can believe
That
that.
is it.
Look, God showed out so much on this trip for me already. I don't put nothing past it. I don't put nothing past the good Lord making something happen.
Me either, baby, at all. So we are going to close this out. It was a pleasure to talk to you, young man. We wish you the healthiest and quickest recovery possible. And we look forward to seeing you back in the squared ring as soon as you're ready and with a great opponent lined up,
Thank you.
across from you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you. And again, congratulations on your fight of the night. Did you guys get a monetary bonus for that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It was It was a pretty good deal. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. Then that's what's up. You did. You earned it, baby. Y'all earned it. Both of you gentlemen
Yes, ma'am.
earned it.
Thank
So
you, man.
have a wonderful night, and thank you again for talking to Fight Heads MMA. And
Yes,
tell Lady
ma'am.
Kelly I said hello and thank you.
I definitely will. Thank you, Mz NIKKI. You have a blessing.
I will, baby.
All right.